other countries that are leapfrogging ahead and are our direct competitors. So we have to go back to what you might call a basics-oriented government, a government that isn't interested in waging ideological jihads from the right or the left, but is really interested in improving the quality of life and the jobs that can be created. That obviously means, greater focus not necessarily on high end, but on the middle end of education. We need to focus much more on workforce training. I think that, frankly, I think we send too many kids to four-year colleges where many of them drop out with huge debt. We have to focus much more on workforce training, more on technicians. And I really have never run into a business audience who ever said, God, if we could only get some more of those English postmodernist PhDs, that would really solve our problems. We have to be focused on what kind of jobs we want to grow and what kind of training do we need so that those jobs also translate not just for Stanford and UCLA graduates, but for the kids coming out of the high schools of South and East LA. So I just want to leave you with a few thoughts, because I think there are ways out of this mess. We have to employ infrastructure to support our dispersed workforce. We have to really focus on middle-class aspirations, which I think we've lost. It is such a contrast with what I see in other parts of the country. It's very scary. I think we have to, instead of trying to focus on trying to get people to live the way the college professors might want us to live, but to think about how people actually want to live and how we make that work. I think we have to be able to look at immigrants as an opportunity and as something that can be very strong. If the next generation does not find gainful employment, I think we're in a very serious social meltdown. And we have to basically look at reviving the entrepreneurial economy. And I just want to end with talking a little bit about the new economy study, since it was a long time ago in the early 90s. But I think what we identified then was that the biggest thing that we heard was LA had lots more economic strength than anyone thought. There are lots of companies, but they felt that the governments in Los Angeles and not just in the city, but in the region, were not very friendly to business, and that we needed to get a good push. I think under Mayor Reardon we did. I think we've slipped back a lot, and I'm hoping that somehow we can, in the next 2-3 years, begin to turn the region around, start to get more of a focus on business, because at some point, even the dumbest politician has to realize that jobs is the real issue. Thank you.
Thank you.